Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Just coming in. It's been a while since I've done anything. Been a little bit phased out with a lot of stuff going on. But as they always say, can't hold somebody good down. So after work, been a lot of disappointment with people in my inner circle that have obviously bowed down to the pressure of I guess the psyop of the vaccine or whatever. But it is what it is. Never thought that people be so ignorant in their life, but you know, that's how life goes. You know, you never see how things go till you meet till you see somebody in a crisis or a situation. But it is what it is. But with that being said, I just want to say that a lot has been going on, and you know, I mean, I need to sit and talk about it, actually, um, because there's a lot of stuff that's been going on, and we'll just say they're complete psyops. They're not even what we're even watching. Is not really you see it, but you don't see it. Um, so let me get to the first article of the day. Yes. So I'm going to go through a few articles here. So I wanted to come again. Let me get this article straight that I want to share. Because yesterday we had like a lot of psyops. So let's go with the psyop right here. Um, let's see. See if we can pull it up. Um, okay. Now yesterday was what? March 22nd, 2022. 322. And yesterday we had this the Boulder, Colorado shooting. Now it's mighty interesting. This is on Skull and Bones Day, which the order is 322, or the Brotherhood of Death, undercover secret society at Yale. Um, so if you realize that the number is 322, yesterday was March 22nd. That's very interesting when you really look at the context of what's going on. So what you saw yesterday was no like mistake or whatever. This was actually playing psyop. 10 people that dead or whatever. Being working in the corrections officer field, I understand some things, and they said this is an active shooter. So if you didn't know anything about active shooting drills, this thing couldn't have happened the way it happened. I'll get to that in a second. But if you realize it's order 322, so that's very interesting, right? Okay, I just wanted to point that. So 322, March 22nd, order 322. You guys, you know, just point that out. All right. Exit. Let's see. All right, let's go back. And then yesterday, on another tip, Elgin Baylor died yesterday, right? His number was 22, same number, 322, same thing. So, like I said, 86 years old. It's very interesting. And all these things happened on the same day. Now, I just want to break that down for a second. And but you realize everything that's been going on, I don't think people. I don't you get the drift. These people are really messing with gematria. Anybody want to know about gematria? Read the Talmud, the Jewish satanic book. That's another little clue for people right there. Um, just wanted to get that out. Now, as I always say, it's very interesting when you sit there and really just sit back and scale back and realize what's really going on. Um, so it's not like this was some out of space experience that happened. You just have to know what's going on and how they're doing it and why they're doing it. So I want to get to the thing of why they're doing it in the context of speaking. Let's see. Let's see. We got to go down the rabbit hole here. So I'm gonna have to go down the rabbit hole. All right, let's do this again. So after the shooting, Biden calls for what? Biden calls for stronger gun control after shooting in Colorado. Now, isn't that interesting that he would call for stronger gun control day after the psyop, right? That's interesting, right? I mean, I just wanted to break that down again. I mean, it's not a coincidence that next day that happens. It's almost like there's too much like right. So I mean, I just throwing that out that next day, him and Kamala Harris, and the last year was what? The police deserve their courage. So always an agenda behind the agenda. It's very interesting. Keep that in mind. All right. It's very interesting, right? Let's try something else here. Slide that out the way. What you got here? All right. Let's see. All right. So with that being said, I'm just saying that you just gotta watch what they're doing right now and be vigilant about everything they're doing. Now, on the context of things, it sounds like, oh, it's just another, just happened. No. Everything is by nothing happens by accident in this world. Everything happens by coincidence. No, there's no um coincidence. Um, just wanted to say that Mexico has sent 8,700 troops to the border to join the United States controlling illegal alien traffic. Um, so that's something that somebody just gave to me a couple minutes ago. But let's see. What else do we have here? Time how it taking so long for this thing to come up because I want to give you all this information. A lot of things been going on out in the public. Also today I was at the church called The Rock. They were actually vaccinating people. You gotta watch your churches right now. They open up your churches. Your churches are getting paid money to open up centers to use them for vaccination sites. That's got to be very interesting. Also, they tried to use us for jokes with Krispy Kreme. If you take a shot, you can get a vaccination for your shot and all that. No, that's crazy, man. Don't I take these shots, man. But if you're doing it, more power to you. But I would advise you against it. Um, but I do think that it's crazy when you see people taking shots, whatever. You're right, Spencer. If they ever try to take guns away, it would not go well. You are exactly right. You are right, brother. Might be revolution. You are exactly right. I am glad you actually said that, brother. That is exactly right. How you doing tonight anyway, brother? Let's see. I'm trying to find them. Windows not opening here. I'm trying to really get this information out. Damn it. Anything in tabs open or what? I'm trying to get this information out there. Damn. All right, I got it. I think I got it now. Hold tight, guys. I'm coming right back. I'm just trying to pull up this video for you. Where they're giving out shots or whatever. So I'm just sitting here. It's amazing how these churches are actually doing this, actually. Or whatever. Damn. People coming out here too. This is the vaccine. What's going on in there? Oh, they getting our vaccines in there? Okay, I was wondering what was going on. This was me earlier today. Oh, that's what he's in the gym for. Okay, I got you. What the fuck? Wow. Let me go in here right now. Why they blocking me? Wow. Oh, you can't just walk in this place, can you? Oh, damn. Okay. I think I just popped like that for this gym today. I'm trying to rebound on her. Then how did he get vaccinated today? That's my question. Wow. This is crazy. Lock the doors, you can't even get in the place. So you gotta have access to get in here. But damn, a lot of people coming in shot though. I'm just wondering what the hell is going on out here today. Dang, this is the rock though, man. I just come I think you come here and play some ball or something, you know. I just wonder what was up. This is interesting. But at least they let me in there, you know. I mean, they was better off than at the raceway, but ain't she one of these people? Who's administering this stuff? It's a one-stop drop thing. What the hell? Yeah, I mean, that was early today. Yeah, I understand that, brother. The local casino in Kansas City is all free tickets to vaccine. What the hell? Yeah, you're exactly right, brother. What the hell is going on out here? I ain't shocked, man. I just laughing, but I mean, I can't believe this. I mean, I was just going there thinking this was a gym in a church. This thing was a vaccine site, but yeah, I went in there. Well, I couldn't get in. If you saw the video, the door was actually locked, so I couldn't get in. So I mean, that's actually the worst part about it. You couldn't even really get in the place, but yeah, I mean, you couldn't get in the place, but it is what it is. Yeah. So I just wanted, just to say that it is what it is right there. Just pointing that out to people that so don't go by the vaccination center. Now I gotta put a video on for y'all right quick. Got another video I gotta show right quick, so don't let me forget. Because I don't want to forget the agenda at play here. I don't want to forget the agenda.
FBI. I've spoken with the governor, and I'll be speaking with the mayor on the aircraft. We're working very closely with the state and local law enforcement officials, and they're going to keep me updated as they learn more. You're going to ask me to speculate, understandably, it has happened, why it happened, and I'm not going to do that now because we don't have all the information. Not until I have all the facts. But I do know this. As president, I can use all the resources at my disposal to keep the American people safe. As I said at At this moment, a great deal remains unknown.
Okay.
But three things are certain.
Yeah. All right.
First, 10 lives have been lost. More families have been shattered by gun violence in the state of Colorado. And Joe and I are devastated. And the feeling, just can't imagine how the families are feeling. The victims whose futures were stolen from them, from their families, from their loved ones, who now have to struggle to go on and try to make sense of what's happened. Less than a week after the horrific murders of 8 people and the assault on the AAPI community in Georgia, while the flag was still flying half-staff with the tragedy, in other American cities been scarred by gun violence and resulting trauma. And the state, I even hate to say it because we're saying it so often, my heart goes out. Our hearts go out for the survivors, who had to flee for their lives and who hid, terrified, unsure if they would ever see their families again, their friends again. The consequences of all this are deeper than I suspect we know. By that I mean the mental consequences, the feeling of, anyway, just through too many of these. The second point I want to make is my deepest thanks to the heroic police and other first responders who acted so quickly to address the situation and keep the members of their community safe. To state the obvious, I commend the exceptional bravery of Officer Eric Talley. I send my deepest condolences to his family. His close family and 7 children.
It was struck the police last year.
On that badge yesterday morning, he didn't know what the day would bring. I want everybody to think about this. Every time an officer walks out of his or her home, pins that badge on, a family member that they just said goodbye to wonders whether they'll subconsciously, will they get that call? Call that his wife got. He thought he'd be coming home to his family and his 7 children. When the moment the act came, Officer Tully did not hesitate in his duty, making the ultimate sacrifice in his effort to save lives. That's a definition of an American hero. Thirdly, I want to be very clear. This is the one thing I do know enough to say on it in terms of what's happened there. While we're still waiting for more information regarding the shooter, his motive, the weapons he used, the guns, the magazines, the weapons, the modifications that apparently have taken place to those weapons that are involved here, I don't need to wait another minute, let alone an hour, to take common sense steps that will save the lives in the future and to urge my colleagues in the House and Senate to act. We can ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines in this country once again. I got that done when I was a senator. It passed. It was a law for the longest time. And it brought down these mass killings. We should do it again. We can close the loopholes in our background check system, including the Charleston loophole. That's one of the best tools we have right now to prevent gun violence. The Senate should immediately pass. Let me say it again. The United States Senate, I hope some are listening, should immediately pass the 2 House-passed bills that close loopholes in the background check system. These are bills that receive votes of both Republicans and Democrats in the House. This is not and should not be a partisan issue. This is an American issue. It will save lives, American lives. We have to act. We should also ban assault weapons in the process. I'll have much more to say as we learn more, but I wanted to be clear. Those poor folks who died left behind families. There's a big hole in their hearts. And we can save lives, increasing the background checks like they're supposed to occur, eliminating assault weapons, the size of magazines. I don't know all the detail yet on that. But I'll be talking to you more later today or the next couple of days about what else we know. And God bless you all and those families who are mourning today because of gun violence in Colorado and Georgia, all across the country. We have to act. There's not more of you. There's fewer of you. Thank you so much.
Will you introduce new gun legislation, Mr. President?
Yeah, that's just another goodie that I guess he. So when you see the agenda it played, then you see it, and they came out in the forefront with it. So that was not that wasn't just a coincidence. He came on today to address that after falling down the steps last week, you know. So it's kind of like, I mean, like, what are we doing here? It was a stage show. I don't know how many, you know, if anybody's ever known about active shooting situations. I mean, common sense would tell you this, but I'm not sure. I mean, me, my background, I know about active shooter situations, stuff like that. But I'm just, you know, just letting it be known. And this was no mistake. No mistake and no coincidence. Just pointing that out to you. That's all I'm gonna say right there about that situation right there. Now, among other things, we got some other articles I need to touch base on. Let's see. Let's do a little bit more. I'm glad to be back in the fold and getting myself back together. Let's see what else we can find here. And they do want to explain that Shaq when you get a chance. I'm not following you on this one. I can't. Kind of lost there. But also, if anybody's seen this, Krispy Kreme is actually offering free donuts if you get a vaccination for the rest of the year. Hey, Doc Boss, how you doing? They actually, and it should be a slap in the face to anybody going on about if you got free donuts for the rest of the year to take a shot. I mean, what are we even doing here? I mean, this is actually comical to me. I mean, they give you all the reasons not to take it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's just laughable at this point. I mean, the clown show continues every day. I don't know why they keep coming up with all these clown shows, but you know, it is what it is. But I will say the clown show continues as always. Let's see. What else do I have in my tool bag? Let me see. U.S. Mexico border. U.S. Mexico border. Yes, sir, Spencer Neely. You right. Trying to get anything to get blacks to take it. Krispy Kreme. Next thing will be Popeye's chicken. Surprised they ain't used it yet. They probably would have used that first. So this was another little good article in the week. U.S. border traffickers earned as much as $14 million a day. Now, like they were talking about closing the border, but they earned $14 million a day for human sex trafficking. Amazing. I thought we were going to talk about racism at the border. I mean, kids in cages and all this stuff. Not so much. Actually, got more in cages now. But that's very interesting. So I just wanted to point that out. A lot of things that they said were so bad under Mr. Trump. Seems like it's worse under Mr. Biden. And actually, it's not even talked about as much. So that's the worst part about it. Now I do want to give props to a young man. What's the young brother name? His name is King Randall. I'm pretty sure y'all probably heard about this young brother. He's been in the news lately, as you well have seen. King Randall. Can I pull him up? Mm.
We have to get out and go do for self in our own communities. So define do for self. When I say do for self, one of my tweets, my videos, and
So this is the young brother. He's giving Roland Martin the business on his show. It's very interesting. That's King Randall, and that's Roland Martin. Just bringing that up to light. I don't know why the video froze or whatever, but this guy, he put Roland Martin in a bad spot. It was actually very, very enjoyable for me to watch. I had to actually sit back and laugh because, I can stand Roland Martin. So I'm glad that he put Roland Martin in his place. That's all I'm saying. I'm glad he did it. So everybody should thank him for doing it. So salute to that young brother for what he did.
I was actually a big fan of yours, but you shared one of my tweets when I said black people need to stop begging the government and go and do for self out in our communities. You shared the video and called me an idiot. I didn't see anything idiotic about that statement. No. So when you say do for self, like what? Explain that. Okay. For example, here in Albany, Georgia, we complain about our school systems a lot. Many of our young men can't read. They have very horrible literacy rates. We don't have any rehab programs here for juvenile offenders. What I decided to do, I started a program 2 years ago, decided to do for self, and I started taking children into my home. I started taking custody of kids from juvenile court, and I started molding them and training them and teaching them skill trades, etc. Now I'm 21 years old. I just purchased a school here in Albany, Georgia, to combat us being in the government-funded schools that are not teaching our children what they need to learn. So that's what I mean by do for self, simply getting up and going out and do it. So I beat the stereotype that I'm young, black in America, and I can't do anything because somebody's holding me down. Absolutely not. So a question. Teenagers went and go ahead. Me and some teenagers went and bought a school, and we just bought a school bus simply from going out and doing work. We decided to go fix our own communities. I'm not expecting anything from no politician. I'm not expecting nothing from Donald Trump, Joe Biden, or nobody. We're going to go do it for ourselves, and that's what I believe we need to be doing. I can vote, sure, but nothing's going to change in our community. So you went to...
Well, he surely checked Roland, didn't he, guys? I love to see when Roland gets checked. Now, this is another interesting article right here. I want to give up. Hitting me out with all the hard stuff tonight. Sure. Now, this should worry you. I mean, I just meant to get this article, but this should worry any person going on. And like I said, we know Biden didn't win the election, but we know that they wanted to perforate this game. Okay, right now the Biden administration is urging Supreme Court to let cops enter homes and seize guns without a warrant. And this violates all Fourth Amendment rights and it violates everything else. So I don't know what the I do know what's going on. That this is actually like getting really scary now when you're talking about entering homes without a warrant. Who's writing these scripts out? And did this movie come with a soundtrack? That's all I need to know. As my brother Darren Muhammad would say. But this is very weird. We're getting very, very sick now. I just want to bring that up. It's just another goodie. Just something to look forward to. I just got that. So just get information on that. So they trying to enter homes out of warrant. So you gotta be careful what's going on with that. Dr. Ball, she right. Black people do need to stop watching Roland Martin. I don't watch him, but when I heard about the young brother, I said, let me see what the young brother talking about. So I'm glad that you actually pointed that out because we do need to stop watching Roland Martin has. He should have been finished a long time ago. I completely agree with you. Okay. Let's see. All right. Let me get to one of the more funniest articles that I've seen over the last couple of days. And somebody Krispy Kreme will give you a free donut every day this year if you've been vaccinated. Anybody in the chat have anything to say about something? This is gonna make you want to laugh. Hold on, actually, to tell you the truth, it make me want to beat somebody's ass. But to think. But I mean, when you see something like this, man, you can't take us seriously, man. When you see something this stupid, man. I mean, I can't even believe they really decided to pull this stunt off. But it's gonna be Krispy Kreme, then it's gonna be Nike, then it's gonna be this, then it's gonna be that. So they're gonna be doing a whole lot of stuff to social engineer you to take this shot. Now that's so the video. Need to go coming out there. But as I said earlier, social media tide, you know, on this one, I can't believe some people are falling for this game. Really can't. But it's sad. I just can't believe it. But it is what it is. So just wanted to point that out. But don't go in there losing sweet. That's cream ain't even healthy for you. So why are they giving you that to take when they could be giving you? I mean, damn, you could have gave me some asparagus or something. I might would have thought about it. Something. We don't need to be eating Krispy Kreme anyway. Sugar is the number one drug in America anyway. So why are we even worried about eating some sugar, man? You know what I'm saying? That's not crazy. But like I said, it's a joke. I look at it as a joke, man. I mean, we are a joke right now. I mean, this shit is laughable, man. I mean, it makes me laugh, and it makes me laugh, but then again, it also makes me wonder, like, how the mighty have fallen. Man, I got a whole lot of stuff to give up, man. Actually, man, I might have to take some calls in on this thing tonight. There was a man that was shot at a prison an hour after being released. I just wanted to point that out. So I'm not gonna go to that article exactly right now, but I'll get to it hopefully before I finish. Let's see. Vitamin D supplements protect Black population against COVID-19. So I will give you that. All right. Now, as you well see, vitamin D may prevent COVID-19, especially in Black patients. So I would say get the supplements, you need them, but you need to go outside and get that sunlight. We are a product of this earth. So we can just take the vitamin D from the sun and use that. So I just wanted to point that article out to people, so stop being so scared. Don't worry about the shot. If they say take the shot, tell them take this. Or get your sunlight. Get your sunlight and stuff like that. I just wanted to point that out. That's another little goodie that people need to pay attention to right there. So vitamin D supplements can help prevent spread and actually just pneumonia anyway. So just wanted to point that out. Is there anything else that I need to be giving up? Now there was a little article that I was forgetting, but I'll just say it. So the Atlanta spa shootings now have, been associated with prostitution stings. But when I look at this thing in the Atlanta prostitution things with the thing, this wasn't about no Asian hate. This was just a psyop. But my thing is, where's Robert Kraft? Robert Kraft was going to massage parlors getting done in or whatever he was doing, the Patriots owner. So why are we not talking about that? So we need to, when we call this out, we need to, always understand what's the motive. Last week they were talking about Asian hate. Now they're saying that people wouldn't do a thing. You don't have mass shootings every day. So the media call it. So a lot of these are carefully coordinated psyops. Just pointing that out again. That's another little thing I was bringing to the surface again. So I just, just bringing it up one more time. So now before my last story, and we got to talk about this one. And I probably will spend about 5 minutes on it. So I've been hitting y'all quick, just in and out, with it, But let me bring up one other little good article here. Let's see. Who am I going? Oh yeah, let me go to here. This was the most interesting story of the day. And I want to bring this up because I really haven't been on, I just need to talk about it. This is the article that I really knew. Tamir Rice's mother tells prominent figures to step down and stand back. She is exactly right. Tamika Mallory, Mazan, and all those guys, Sean King, what's her name? The professor, Melina Abdullah. She is exactly right to tell them to stop profiting off her sons, off her family's death. Yes, she's right. I cannot agree with her more. So now I think it all came to head. We got to talk about those type of issues because BLM raised $9 million in donations and stuff. Yes. So yes, brother. Yes, pork can carry the coronavirus. As a matter of fact, pork carries a lot of the lead diseases. Maggots, trichina worm. The worm can go in your brain and affect your thinking. You're exactly right, brother. Spencer Neely, you've been right on the ball, brother. I gotta agree with that. That's why I don't eat no meat, brother. Hardly. Only meat I'm gonna eat, man. So that's a good thing that you actually pointed out to me. I just want to say one thing that can help people with the diet a little bit. Let me get it. I mean, a lot of people say it's nasty. I think it's good. Sometimes get you a bottle of black seed oil. Like I said, you can get past the taste. It's actually pretty good. I think you put it on salad sometime, and I put it on other things. If you want some magnesium, get you a bag of almonds, whole almonds, and get you some magnesium and some fiber, and you will be fine. In other course, you don't have to eat too many almonds, but eat just enough to get your levels of magnesium up, because magnesium also fights against other entities of disease. So I just want to put in, yes, we do eat a lot of pork, shrimp, and stuff, brother. As a matter of fact, a lot of people saw I had crabs today, brother. I mean, you got to explain that to me because I'm like, last time I read the Bible, I thought a crab was a dirty animal on the bottom of the ocean, but I could be wrong. But I know that I know that's a bottom feeder. According to religious black folks, I guess it's I eat that, but that's not, so hey, there, really. That's not in the cards of what we call smart eating. Yes, we are number one in diabetes, brother, and that's another thing we got to change as well. And we shouldn't we know we have a diet problem. That's another thing, brother. Why are we smoking? If why are we smoking? If you never say COVID, they're gonna say it cause cancer and all this stuff, other diseases and stuff. Why are we smoking? We shouldn't be smoking anything, right? So with that being said, I think I'll be nice and if anybody usually I don't do this, so usually I'd like y'all to talk to the guest, but since I'm the person tonight, the number in the chat to call is 9-757-986-0160. Anybody wants to call in and have a chat right quick, it's fine. 757-986-0160 is the number in the chat, and you can contact me that way. And if you got anything, a thought, question, or comment that you wanted to say to me as well. But with that being said, let me keep going on the diabetes. Thank you, brother, for giving me something to talk about right there. I wasn't going to bring that up, but I will bring it up in the context of diabetes right quick. So thank you, brother, for the commentary. Or better yet, let me bring up that commentary, but let me not bring it up in that context. Let me bring it to a better context. Okay. Eating. So I'm just putting up something that causes diabetes. How you drag this page down here? What causes type 2 diabetes? The most common form is caused by factors. Overweight, you're more likely to develop type 2 diabetes. You're not physically active, overweight, obese, extra weight, sometimes causing insulin resistance. Common with people into insulin resistance. Type 2 diabetes is a condition with muscle, liver, and fat cells do not use insulin well. As a result, your body needs more insulin to have glucose in our cells. At first, the pancreas makes more insulin to keep up with the added demand. Over time, the pancreas and blood glucose levels rise. Lifestyle factors and genes. So, just giving you a heads up on diabetes research right there. That's all it was. So I just bring that to the attention. So, like my brother's fentanyl is saying to cut the pork out and stuff, you know. Also, if you want to donate to me, but that's not, you know, I'd rather you donate to somebody else. But my cash app is $1919 BJ. Also, oh, speaking of that, I forgot one thing to show y'all, and I want to give a shout out to the Queen Valerie Denise Jones, and thank her for her efforts of helping me with my website. So I gotta thank her for that. So I do have to thank her for what she did. I'm a web designer, and she recently made a web page for me. So if you want to find articles, and some articles that I don't put in that I be posting, you can find me at kingbjmedia.com as well. You can find me there. And I do this to avoid the censorship. So in case they start censoring articles, we can you can reach me over here in my blog and stuff. So that's another thing. So the website is up, kingbjmedia.com. This article right here is about Oral Roberts. They're winning in the NCAA tournament, but they saying they got anti-LGBT codes of conduct. So they probably want to punish them for their school is a private school that does not it's not with the LGBTQ agenda. So as you well know, 550 student athletes said they want more equality in sports and all that. So the feminist agenda is taking place in college basketball as well. So I just wanted to bring that to the website. That was pretty interesting. Also, there's some other great people, donate to other content creators. Real BTV, Brother Ron Hurd, Gavin Richard, Gavin Squad, Escal, Kulik, Run That Ball, Sher Dawson, Dollar Sign, Sure 8106, I believe. They do great work, and they actually are very supportive of me. So I give them support back as well. Yeah. So you got Ronald M.B. Hurd, $R2C2H2, Valerie Denise, Valerie Denise. Donate to her if you can. So she did help a website, and she can help anybody else make a website. Also, a young Queen Lauren, which is $M Lauren X. Also, Queen Dawson and them have a group called Black Gold Nation. You get them at the Black Gold Nation Black Gold Nation gmail.com, and they have education, youth and adult, agriculture, agribusiness, sustainability. I've donated to agriculture, agribusiness myself. So they have a lot of things going on. So that's pretty good. Just wanted to bring those things. So also there's a lot of other people besides me. I mean, I'm okay by myself. I just like to bring people together, but I'm glad that it's a lot of other great people out there as well. So they make it worthwhile what you're doing, because you're not out here by yourself. And I finally realized that, I did realize that I have a lot of disappointments in my inner circle, but I do understand these people have a lot of gifts and talents, and I support them as well. I also, the young brother Shaq, is it possible that people are catching COVID from diet and pot versus something floating in the air? Well, One thing about it, brother Naylor, what I've been noticing about the COVID, a lot of people say they've been having COVID, but they haven't. They went to the hospital with pneumonia and the flu, and then they were diagnosed with COVID. So that's another thing. So it's really COVID means certificate of verification ID. That's what COVID really means. It's that, and you see the certificate of verification is vaccine passport. As a matter of fact, let's talk about that. I'm glad you asked me a question about COVID, brother. You know, damn. Let me go back to this article, man. Thank you, brother. Your honor for asking these questions, man. You might be the guy that won. Yeah, to me. You you know, yeah, man, you're right, man. That's interesting. Let's go find this article, man. I'm glad you said that about the COVID. Let's find this article, man. Glad you said it, bro. Glad you said it. Let me go find this thing for you, bro. 4-minute clip. But like I said, man, I'm back. I'm back, and I'm about to be back with a vengeance, man. Thank you for reminding me, brother, for what you did, Spencer Naylor. Hope you got a cash app, brother, so we can donate to you. Thank you for reminding me, brother. I am so glad you reminded me of that. That is very interesting. Now I'll be right back in there. I just gotta find this article for y'all. Because I couldn't believe that Gayle King and them actually mentioned this on the national stage, but then again, I can. Sorry, man, I gotta go through my pages and stuff. Anybody want to call in, feel free to call in. But it's very interesting that he actually brought this up, man. Spencer, you have been on the ball tonight. Trying to find this article where y'all with Gayle King though, because this is kind of funny. I'm actually surprised they brought this up. Very interesting to know what's going on these days in the world. Trying to figure it out. I can't remember where I put this article at. Oh, by the way, there was an article on NBC News that actually admitted that Kamala Harris is Asian. By the way, so that's another little interesting goodie right there. When you find out that she's really Asian and she's not black, huh? Kind of like smacks you in the face. Let's see, Hillary Clinton's back from the dead. She's doing her thing again. She's talking at the Council of Foreign Relations. All right, I found it, guys.
This morning, governments and businesses are considering a way for people to prove they've been vaccinated. against COVID-19. They're called vaccine passports, and it could determine who can travel, stay at a hotel, or even visit a bar. Now, Israel's already using them, and the European Union just proposed them. The U.S., we're still thinking about it. Roxana Sabiri is in London with more on the story. Good morning to you, Roxana. Here's a question. What are the pros and the cons of this idea?
Good morning, Gail. Well, supporters say it could help lift lockdowns in cities like London. You get a shot, you get a digital pass on your phone, and then you can enter restaurants and pubs. But critics warn of the potential pitfalls over privacy and more. Israelis must now scan in to get in, to gyms, hotels, even concerts like this.
It is all safe in the telephone. It's very convenient.
For more than 3 million Israelis and counting, this is the ticket back to some kind of normalcy.
Finally, all the way in the car, I sang back to life, back to reality.
The government-issued Green Pass shows personal details and proves they've had 2 doses of a COVID-19 vaccine. Now countries across Europe and beyond are considering similar so-called vaccine passports or immunity certificates to inject life back into a flagging tourism industry and revive businesses and hospitality like pubs. The UK is studying whether to introduce vaccine certificates, raising the possibility that Brits could soon need a passport for a pint. Yep, all good.
We haven't had stuff like this before. We've never thought in terms of having something that you have to show to go to, a pub or a theatre. And so there are deep and complex issues that we need to explore.
Issues like potential discrimination against people who don't want a shot, along with those who can't get one for medical reasons or because there's not enough supply.
So these people won't be able to participate in life, in public life, in social life, in economic life in the same way as their counterparts who have been vaccinated.
Claire Wenham from the London School of Economics says data privacy is another concern.
There's going to be something that's digital that tracks you. And that obviously opens a whole different range of conversations about, security of your data, for example.
So government shouldn't rush it.
Government shouldn't rush it. I think it's a Pandora's box, and I think
the organ harvest is dead, brother.
Having life being governed by your health status.
But as governments debate immunity certificates, businesses are pushing ahead. Some cruises and airlines, for instance, say they'll require proof of inoculation to board. So while these passes are raising tricky ethical questions, you may need one to travel as early as this year. The WHO tells CBS News it opposes requiring vaccines for travel as long as the global supply is limited and their ability to stop the spread of the virus is not yet clear. Tony?
All right, Roxana Saberi in London for us. Roxana, thank you very much.
I love this idea.
I love it too.
I love
Not everything is a slippery slope. Sometimes you're taking one step forward and that's all.
We get tracked digitally all the time now for all sorts of things. I have no problem.
Yeah, I also find, guys, the honor system doesn't work here. It doesn't. No. And normally if you don't get a vaccine, it doesn't affect me or you. Yeah. It normally just affects you alone. But
that's
now,
right.
Whether you get this vaccine could affect a lot of people.
Everybody in the room.
And if you have a medical condition that prevents you from
pass.
getting vaccinated, either you have an allergy, I'm sure that can be worked out and it can be marked on your passport.
Yeah. All right.
Well, no one's asked us, but we approve.
But we're unanimous.
Yes, we're unanimous.
And where'd you get your PhD? Same place I did?
Yes.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
Once again, that was the Coon Gale King, the dead wench. But I just happened to play that clip for you just so you can understand how draconian they trying to go with this thing. Yeah, I just wanted to bring that to you. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, Shaq, man, you've been hitting the ball, man. Let me see what I got here. I don't know. but we got a lot of stuff going on, and it's gotta be stopped. They're hijacking movements. They doing a lot of things right now. Also in the stimulus bill, I just want to know what does everybody think about the stimulus? I looked at it as 91% going to them, 9% going to you, $1,400. Some people can't even pay rent with that. I just look at it as very funny. You know, but I look at it as like, wow, they doing a whole lot of stuff. But it is what it is. Once again, hey Bishop. Once again, the call in number is 757-986-0160. 757-986-0160. Look like we got a call right now. Can you hear me, brother? Can you hear me? Hey, how you doing, sir?
Hey, what's going on with you tonight, man? You back in the swing of things, huh?
Yeah, man. How you doing?
You know me, man. Nighttime.
Yeah, man. What do you think about this content I've been putting up there?
Yeah, man. Hot topic, man. Like you said, with everything you putting up to, man. It's sure how the narrative has swung, huh?
Yeah. I mean, all these narratives got some pushback to it or something, huh?
Oh yeah, they got pushback. Everybody was talking about Trump. Like you said, this administration. The only thing they came out and addressed was immigration, and they really didn't address it. They talked about immigration. They talked about LGBT and transgender rights. They talked about now they talking about well, they always been talking about but now they talking about this stage and hate stuff. But they still been trying to attack the
Second Amendment.
Second Amendment.
And they going for the Fourth Amendment too now, because I just put up, they talking about trying to enter your home without a warrant to take your gun.
You see what I'm saying? And but like you said, man, you gotta realize we playing with a tricky government. They tricky. So when they give you something, or they so-called give you something, you best believe they're taking away 4 or 5 things. So
okay, you're exactly right.
You know what I'm talking about? Like with the marijuana, they so-called legalized marijuana, but it's still on the federal level. It's still a federal offense. So see how tricky that is? That's the breach. That slope is.
I understand it, brother.
But like you say, it's still a controlled substance. So guess what? If you get caught driving, this guy is legal in some states. Some states may honor it that it's legal. If the police smell marijuana, they can still pull you over and arrest you.
That's right.
For marijuana possession and for under the influence. That's, you gotta realize, you're still under the influence. It's a trick. It's another setup, like you said, to get people caught up in the system where you're paying fines and fees and stuff.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They ain't never finna liberate nobody. Look at all the executive orders that they signed, man, since they've been in. Now, this dude went on a warpath to sign executive orders like a little kid. They're like a little kid. You know how little kids, you give them you give him a color book or something, a picture of the color, and he all over the color, over the line in the coloring book.
Yeah, man, it's been a wild ride, man. And now I will say this: now the city of Evanston, Illinois, said they gave black residents reparations, but it's really $25,000 in damages and home repairs. So it's kind of like we're giving you a grant for home repairs and stuff.
Right, but look, it's only for like 16. It ain't like for everybody. and you gotta, in certain stipulations, I think you gotta been
1919 to 1969. You had to have. Yeah, you had to get it for a certain. You had to have somebody who got discriminated in housing from that time. So it's actually kind of like, I mean, it's a grant, but it's kind of like a farce. $25,000. I mean, you buy a car with that, so that ain't nothing. You know, that's like what? I mean, you know.
Wow.
But I mean, you know, I'll just say, so what did you think about Tamika Mallory's situation? Tamika Wright's mother.
I mean, like I said, Ms. Wright, she have a right to voice her opinion, man. I don't think she's coming from no malicious mindset. I think she's coming from a mindset of a mother and just a human being mindset. Like, it's really about human rights, man. We got the civil rights thing down. It's about human rights now. A lot of this stuff that's happening to our children, the women, the men, the black women, the black child, the black family, period. It's a human rights violation, plain and simple, man. You can't sit up and tell me that a white cop or a European cop or an Asian cop or a Hispanic cop has the authority to just tackle a 9-year-old child, black child, whether it be girl or boy, in public, as the child may be saying something that they would deem. What can a 9-year-old child really do against a grown male cop? Let's be honest.
Right.
But there's nobody in this administration that has addressed that. They addressed the hate, the Asian hate, which they should, because it's majority Europeans, white, that's agitated about this, you know, the Asian community and black people. But this administration said nothing about the woman, the NFL husband, her boyfriend, the white boy that beat her up. They said nothing about the couple of girls that got slammed at school from the cops, the resource officers, white or Hispanic resource officers. That was legit. They said they claimed he was doing his job. He was doing everything within his job. It's humanity, man. People have lost their sense of humanity. Mm-hmm. They have no sympathy for black people, as we so-called call us black here in America. They have no humanity sympathy for us, man. As you can see, they can kick our doors in with our mothers and stuff in showers and stuff, butt naked, filming it. Now everybody got their body cam on for that. That sick freak stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
But when they get ready to go, this is in Chicago, it happened in Chicago. But when they get to go talk to the lady, he turns the camera off. You see what I'm saying? But they videotaping, their body cam is catching all this sick shit, man. You see what I'm saying? It's unhumane, dog. They just call it out, man. Stop playing. It's unhumane stuff, G. People are getting tired of it, man.
I understand. What do you think about the video? What do you think about the Krispy Kreme thing I was showing you? Showing up there.
Come on, man. I thought that was a joke. Hey, look. I thought that was a joke. So you went over there. What you see when you went over there, man?
Shit, a guy almost smacked me in the parking lot. That's why I didn't take no video when I was there. Because a guy almost smacked me coming around the corner. But I did show you that video of that church with that basketball gym in it where you saw the video I put.
Right, yeah.
That was funny, right?
Hilarious, man. Come on, man.
I asked the girl what you in there for. She like, oh, we got vaccinated.
Right.
I should have asked her what are you getting vaccinated for? But I was so busy trying to get in, and then the door was locked. That's why I'm like, what the fuck?
Ain't that something? So they got him anywhere. They got these vaccination sites everywhere, huh?
I mean, they got them in certain areas, you know. they say there's a lot of areas in town that, you know, they're not putting them in underserved communities. So, you know, I saw about 10 to 15 people come out there though when I was there. Shit. So if people getting in there, if I got in, I wanted to take pictures of how they had it. Was it a line or what? You know, hey Monique, how you doing? Yeah, Monique. Yeah, hey there. But it was interesting. So what do you think about that vaccine passport video I put up?
Like you said, man, all this stuff was already written. People had been talking about people lying to them out. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, yeah, right. Yeah, right. You see people now taking a shot. You see people, they want, because like you said, we are a culture of addicts. They have successfully created us to make us addicts. We're addicted to everything. We're addicted to being stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We're addicted to falling for whatever the new latest trend is. You got grown ass women on TikTok and Instagram doing all this damn challenge.
Okay, well, I'm actually, you know, because you had talked to me already, but what do you think about this Asian hate narrative?
I mean, if they're gonna tell the truth about it, you know?
Yeah.
If they're gonna just continue to spin the narrative and not be honest and tell the truth about it, because like you said, I mean, let's just be honest. What Asian family, man or woman or child, do you see coming into a so-called black neighborhood and going to like a black-owned restaurant, purchasing anything? What Asian business do you see that has black employees? May it be the dry cleaning service, may it be landscaping, may it be the trash pickup, or hell, I don't even say security. They might have you doing security for them, yeah. But they pretty much keep it to their own people, which we need to get that same mindset at some point, at the level that they have done.
Like the brother was talking to Roland Martin about, right?
Absolutely. And guess what? They'll say that's what? Reverse racism. They'll try to play that experience called the reverse racism. Hold on, Playboy. Government already said they don't want to give black folks anything when you ask for something, which we shouldn't have to ask because we are human beings. We are citizens of this United States on this soil. We shouldn't have to ask the government for a damn thing. They see the problem, they should want to go fix the problem. Plain and simple. You see a dog being beat and hurt. They don't ask the dog, is you hurt? They assist the dog, right?
Okay, well, hey, look, are we really citizens though? I just told you $86 million went to people who not citizens to get put in hotels by homeless people on the street. So homeless black people on the street, illegal immigrants getting put in hotels. Make it make sense, right?
Why are you hold on. Now we can't hold it, well, I ain't gonna say we can't, because some people have left the state, but man, we was in a pandemic and we still kind of in the pandemic. We ain't, like you said, we ain't out of the waters yet. And y'all want to bring immigrants in. Y'all barely got enough vaccines to vaccinate people here. And the problem with the border, like you said, you got bringing illegal immigrants in, or immigrants in, period, at this point. And you haven't even got that vaccination situated or this pandemic situation. We in a deficit, man. We barely got jobs here. So what jobs are these immigrants going to work? Well, where are they going to be housed at?
The lower level industries. As a matter of fact, come think about it, 12% of those jobs, they take the hospitality jobs, the tourism jobs, and all that. So that's where they're going. But yeah, man, I'm gonna say this, man. Glad that you was able to, call in, give out your great insight as you always do. I'm gonna try to open the line, 1 or 2 more calls. Anything else you gotta say though?
No, man. y'all can just call me the observer. The observer. I'm just observing.
Hey man, hey, well, you're doing a good job of observing. You're doing a good job of observing and watching as the world turns, man. But as I was texting,
You know what I need to do?
what?
I need to let. I'm gonna see if I can sell him something, man. I want my son to come on one. He's 14, man. We be having these conversations. It's shocking that he be intelligent enough to comprehend and have a conversation legit with me like this about all this stuff. And his perspective is very interesting.
Okay.
Be 14.
I mean,
I'm gonna see when I can get it. Whenever he,
Yeah, get your son on, man. That'd be interesting, man. I actually love to see it, man.
This dude is gonna. Yeah, man.
Because we need more youth to be doing that. Yeah, like I said, man, it's kind of like The Purge and the movie Utopia at the same time. Everybody happy to get the vaccine and it's purging and stuff. So a lot of other things. So
Walking Dead too.
we'll put it all together, man. But it's The Walking Dead, The Purge, and Utopia. But like I said, let me see. Put some more content up here right quick. And you see anything in the chat you like, just holler.
All right, man. Take it easy, BJ, man. Appreciate it, man.
You too, brother.
See you back, man.
You too.
All right.
Yeah, Monique and Bishop, glad to see y'all again. Sorry about my prolonged absence, but I had to come back tonight. I was getting back in the swing of things. Let's see. Well, let me see. I'm actually, yeah. Yeah. But let me see. Yeah, but it just is what it is. I'm very, very very, very, glad to be back, like Shaq was saying. Let me see if I can find one more thing that I gotta get through. And I'll pull it up right quick because I did mention it, but that was one thing that I forgot to mention when I had him on. Is million. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, this should be outrage to everybody when you got homeless people living in the street. Just wanted to point that out. It's very interesting. When you look at it, call in before they leave. Before I leave, the number is 757-986-0160. I give it about 5 more minutes. No calls come in 5 minutes. I'll slide out. Interesting, to say the least. Glad to just bring those things up to you. Let's see here. Anything else I'm missing? Got so much content that been out going on. Let's see. It's funny that he was talking about that, but they actually are showing a Walking Dead show in Richmond. So that's actually kind of, I guess it's, thing, man. That's actually funny that he actually said that. But yeah. Matter of fact, they did have a movie 10 down here a couple weeks ago, so it's actually not that far for the tree. It's just funny that he just said The Walking Dead. Yeah, Shaq, that's very interesting, man. But yeah, like I said, man, you just want you know, take your time and stuff. Everybody need to take their time and be vigilant. We got to fight with this beast. It's almost time. Satan is casting out Satan. I'm loving it. We gotta get our war stuff up. You know, stock up food, water, ammo, and so forth and so on. Yeah, Monique, you know, I haven't heard your voice in a while. It'd be good to get some input from you sooner or later on a lot of stuff going on. You're very, very intelligent and you make a lot of sense. It was a wonderful joy talking to you on Kulik's show that time. So keep up the good work. You know, Monique and yes, the sister. We'll say all praise due to Allah to Miss Dunn, who is always sends me wonderful information, and she shares the content. So I actually do love listening to her talk stuff about her stuff. But yes, Satan is casting out Satan, very much so. So we've had the national circus going on for the last couple weeks in the administration. We got a president who don't know who's the president. Obviously, they say they want to name it the Biden-Harris administration now. That's a joy in itself. So I don't know how they handling their situation over there, but it's very, very interesting how they handling their situation. So I would say the state of affairs right now are crazy, but we have a chance to change the paradigm and change the narrative of what's going on. This is our time now. I mean, you know, it's very much you know, it's a battle. We're gonna have to be able to fight this battle. I'm glad that, you know, some of my followers and stuff follow with me and understand. I think those who probably understood, man, I'm just telling y'all guys, man, when you got people that you look up to and they disappoint you with stuff that they used to tell you and do, you know, it won't shake you, but it'll make you upset. And you know, I had to get my bearings back a little bit. But hey man, they take the shot, man. It is what it is. Well, thank you, Monique. I'm glad you were able to join again. So with that being said, I don't think there's any more calls. But I want everybody to, you know, that was in the chat, to have a wonderful night. Go in peace. May Allah bless you. Jesus, whatever you prefer. You know, may we all be pleased with Allah and be pleased in ourselves. And let's try to make the best out of this mess called life we done got ourselves into. I feel confident that in the end, we're gonna win. We're gonna lose a lot of people, but in the end, we will win. And after taking a step back for a week and a half, I think that we can win in the end. There's a lot of people that's fighting the losing battle right now, but I ain't built to lose, so hey, batter up. Let's go. As I said, follow these other great content creators because I wouldn't be nothing without them. And they're great and they keep the information flowing as well. We got to take our information in our own hands. But like I say, you can get me at kingdjmedia.com. That is the website. And you also can, shoot me a text. Who the hell is it? Damn, somebody called me, didn't they? Hello?
Hey, Bernard.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, at least say hey to you.
Oh, yeah, I ain't know what this number was, man. I ain't know what the number was. How you doing?
Okay, yeah, I had to use my house phone because I'm watching you on my cell phone.
Okay, I got you. How you doing, Bishop?
I'm using both of them. Okay, man. I just wanted to just tell the audience, I wanted to ask you, really, what do you think about this new wave of concern for the Asian community?
I think it's BS.
I think so. I mean, I think there's a plot, and I really believe in my heart of hearts, and I was sharing it with the what's the gal name, Valerie show and Judge Brown today, that I think it's once again pushing us further down on the totem pole.
Yeah, she did say y'all had a show today. But we had a show today. How long were y'all on?
I shared with them. I said, they're trying to push us further and further down.
Were y'all on a long time? Were y'all on a long time?
Good little while, yeah. We were up there till about 7 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah. She told me late. But yeah, yeah.
We lost her too because it's ironic. We lost her too. Something was wrong with her mic, and so it was just Judge Brown, I, and Gavin to wind the show up.
Okay.
Yeah, we missed you though, naturally.
Okay.
We always miss your input.
But yeah. So it's you, Judge Brown, and Gavin.
Well, at the end, it was a lot of people. Miss what's her name? With the D.
Dawson.
So yeah, she was there, and a lot of people. There was 2 or 3 lawyers there. A guy named King, he was a young boy, 21 years old, that was on the
King Randall
show. He was on.
King Randall.
Yeah, he was on. Right, he was on today as well. So there's quite a few people on there, really. But toward the end, after that 6 o'clock hour, everybody started, dwindling down. That's what they always do a little bit. So by the time it all ended, because Valerie had gone kind of missing, everybody else started leaving too. But we 3 stayed until, the announcer said, "Thank you for being on Blog Talk Radio."
Okay.
We all automatically got
Well,
off.
yeah, I would have. Yeah, the guy King Randall. That's the guy I was showing the video with Roland Martin.
Right. But he was on the show today, and he was expressing exactly what happened and all of this type of thing. It was a very interesting show.
Yeah.
Very interesting show. We dealt with the Asian hate thing. And Valerie asked a poignant question. She was saying, why do we, why are we always the target? And what do we do about it? We were talking about that, how come we are the targets. And of course, I said part of the reason is she was talking about how come people leave us behind, those who succeed within our community, they get educated, they get a little famous, they get a little bit of money or whatever, and they leave the community behind. I said, well, that's one of the reasons why we're where we are. Because other communities reach back for theirs. They move forward, they reach back, including the Asians and the Muslims and all the rest of them, the Indians. They always reach back to the people that were behind them and pull them along. And then eventually they'll open up a business, and then they'll give it to their sister. And then they'll open up another business, they'll give it to their brother or to their uncle or whatever. We don't do that. We move ahead and we leave folk behind. We don't even look back, let alone reach back. We don't even look back. We just keep on going. And we keep on saying, well, I got mine. They got to get theirs. Other communities don't do that. If you go into a Chinese store, you're going to see most of the employees, not all of them, are Chinese.
Yeah, that's right.
You go to a hair store, you'll see a Korean or a Vietnamese doing your pedicure. All family members, all kinfolk, all neighbors, all the same. You go to our store, the few that we do still have, and 9 times out of 10, it's not even owned by us, the building. We just rent out the building, and then the patrons, we don't have many patrons in there, and even some of the employees will be some other people. So they so we wonder why they move ahead. They're together. You can't move ahead apart. You can't move ahead divided. You can't move ahead when you're stepping on each other's throats in order to get ahead. You have to reach back. As you leave, you got to look back. Then you got to reach back and pull somebody with you to the front. Or you're going to leave everybody behind. And that's what happens to our community. Everybody leaves everybody else behind. And so your community never grows. Oh, yeah, you'll become famous. You'll get wealthy. You'll get empowered. You'll get educated and all of that. But your community is going to stay in the same spot that they were in when you were there. And until we change that, we're going to always be a target of somebody. Another thing I said, too, and I'm going to say the truth, as a preacher, it's hard for me to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. We are too forgiving. 400 years of being enslaved, being second-class citizens, being beaten up, killed, shot, murdered, lynched. 400 years of that. And we still want to be a part of the group. We still want to be accepted by them. We still conform to what they think our lives should be. And we say, yes, master. Judge Brown was talking about a dog and his owner's relationship. I said, that's a good example. Because the owner, what's the owner called? He's called the dog's what? Master.
Mm-hmm.
He's called the dog's master. And that's not coincidental that we are likened unto a dog. He beckons us and we come running. He says, come on, come here, boy. We come running, trotting off, wagging our tails, behind us. And then he'll slap us or mistreat us. And we'll still be at his feet after he's done beat us. We'll still be at his feet even after he's done abused us. And those who will fight back are the ones like you and Judge Brown and myself and others that'll bite back. You don't keep on slapping me. We've turned the cheek so many times that there ain't never more cheeks to turn. I turned the 2 on my face and I turned the 2 on my butt for you to slap. Now I got no more cheeks. You can't slap me on my cheeks no more. You don't turn off 4 of them. You don't slap every one of them. Now it's time for me to start slapping. And until we get that in our minds, that they're not our friends, they've never been our friends. They brought you here in chains, they enslaved you, they done raped your women, use you as breeders, kept you out of opportunity, didn't teach you how to read and write, castrated you when they thought that you were too sexual. Everything they've done to us. And we still vote for Biden. Yes, sir. Except ignore the fact that he's a racist. Yes, sir. A good old dog. He does love you. Oh yeah, I know he mistreats, but he loves you. Yes, sir. It reminds me of Malcolm X. He said, half of us are house Negroes. Master sick. We sick, master. And that's where we are. And that's why we're never going to get anywhere.
Well, I'm going to give you my take right quick on the Asian thing.
Yeah.
It's complete nonsense because the guy already told you he wasn't there for no Asians. He was there because they had prostitution things and sex piles and that thing. And that brings a point of emphasis to me because the New England Patriots owner a couple years ago got busted in a massage parlor for sexual activity. So does that go all out the window from a couple years ago?
Yep, that's right.
And I know anything about these Asian shops. They do a lot of illegal activity out of these shops. You can front illegal activity out of legal business. So
I know for a fact you're telling the truth because there's a shop right next across the street from us that sells us General Soul chicken and chicken fried rice, but they also sell things in the back room too.
exactly.
They don't do no chicken fried rice. They nothing to do with no General Soul chicken or chicken chow mein. There's some other stuff going on in the back that has nothing to do with that.
Well, and another thing, see, a lot of people don't understand that when you say Asian, right? The guy came out and said they're 23 million strong. That includes Indians, Pakistanians, Middle Easterners, Chinese, Korean, Vietnamese. So they actually do have a lot of people here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. There's millions of them here.
Yeah.
But
So
they're of different nationalities, different groups, just like the Latinos. The same thing about the Chinese, about the Asians. That's a continent. It's really the same thing like Africans. You got Ghana, you got what? Egypt, you got Ethiopia, you got the Congo, you got Nigeria, you got Kenya, you got Uganda, you got South Africa, you got Zimbabwe, you got everything. When you talk about continents, man, I mean, what? The continent of Asia itself is the largest continent in the world. There's more people there than any other place in the world. Because you got China and you got India. Both of them have billions of people apiece.
that's right.
So that's Asia for you. So when you talk about Asia, you talk about the largest continent in terms of people in the world.
That's right. Well, I just wanted to say, so when I saw it, they trying to pass two things. Gun control, and they trying to pass the thing to start. They call it COVID. And you gotta watch that COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act, because that could be a new form of a crime bill too. You gotta watch that.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a new crime bill.
Yeah.
See, a lot of stuff is being done now. I'm gonna tell you, even that border stuff, a lot of stuff's being done now. Now that's undercover. Now he run around here all over the place, but neither he nor Kamala are going near that southern border, are they?
Kamala on the NBC News article they put out yesterday how Asian American president or somebody's how Asian community is looking for what they more from their Asian American vice president. So they actually admitted on NBC she's an Asian, which I already knew.
Oh yeah, but being India, she's Asian, but she ain't saying nothing about this, is she?
And she black. Hey, look, she black during election time, and she Asian now. Hey.
Whatever works at the time, you know. Whatever get her vote.
Next time she gonna be white.
Now I'm gonna ask you this too, Bernard, before you leave. I think that a little. But let me ask you this: what do you think about the performances of Biden of late? Falling down the stairs for 3 straight times as he tried to climb the stairs into the jet. How he's been talking, mumbling and jumbling, forgetting things. I think they're getting ready to do like you said a long time ago. I think before this year is over, and I mean, I'm talking about maybe the summertime. But I'll say this: before this year is over, I think there's a strong possibility there's going to be a change in the administration in terms of who's going to be the lead ticket.
Well, I'm gonna say something to you. I wouldn't be surprised they announced it on Thursday and say after this first press conference he's supposed to have on Thursday, if they say it then. But I know one other thing. I know Hillary Clinton was talking at the Council of Foreign Relations the other day. So I like that's why I put up she back from the dead.
I won't be surprised if she becomes Kamala's vice president.
Something is going on there. That's
just like you said before, now they're calling it the Biden-Harris administration. They never done that.
Yeah.
When Clinton had his administration, it was the Clinton administration.
Hey.
Obama's administration. They never said Obama and Biden's administration.
Hey man, they putting it right in your face. But I do.
The man slipped up the other day and called her the president.
And before you leave, shout out the audience your information on that show. Come think about it.
Tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're having our Real Talk with the G-Man show, Blog Talk Radio. The number is 515-602-9655. Again, 515-602-9566. Real Talk with the G-Man, prime time. We'll be talking about the brainwashing of America, part 2.
All right. Well, thank you, brother, for calling in.
And thank you for allowing me to call in.
Yes, sir. Take your time.
Thank you much, brother.
You too, brother. All right. Well, he called in a little late, but it is what it is. But I just want everybody to take your time, go in peace, and relax your mind. Don't give these fools no more time. But it's time to fight back. So, with that being said, I'm out, and may Allah bless all of you. God bless you, and take your time. Have a good night.